Hey guys, welcome to my next video. This is going to be my DVD review of King Kong. Get out of here, cat. Now. Figures. Anyway, okay, so my cat's the backdrop. Um, but this movie was released in 2005 and directed by Peter Jackson. I'm going to try and not compare it to the original 1933 I think it's 33, I can't remember what it was. The 1930s version, because that one is good, but this one is good too. I don't know, in the comments say how you felt about this movie, but I think the way I'm going to do these movie reviews is I'm going to take a look at the way they designed the box, because that's always been a fact, because, when you see a movie, if it has terrible box art, you're not going to want to get it, but here we go. So on the cover, has a picture it has the scene with King Kong on the Empire State Building. On the side, it just says King Kong, got a picture of him up on the top, and on the back, there's a description. Although it's not about the movie, it's more about the way it's about how they made it, more or less. Here we have where Kong fights the T-Rex on the very top. I know this is embarrassing, but I actually can't remember the names of the people. I know her name is Anne. I really forgot what his name was. There's the scene where right before Kong throws him into the spider pit, which is one of my favorite scenes. Got Jimmy. I call that guy Big Nose. That's how I know him. And two red suit characters is what I call them from Star Trek, because Star Trek, if they have a red suit, they're dead, I think. Yeah. So those are like characters they just throw in the movie to die. There's a scene where right when Kong gets loose with Jack Black, or Carl Denham as he's called in the movie. Actually, isn't this guy's name Jack? I think that guy's name's Jack. I watched this movie just yesterday. I was gonna review it yesterday, but I decided to do it now. This movie is rated PG-13 for frightening adventure, violence, and some disturbing images. Really? Open the disc. Here's the DVD art, just a picture of King Kong with all the little jargon that you don't really care about. Alright, so let's get to what I thought of this movie. I like this movie a lot. As I said, one of my favorite scenes was the spider pit scene, just because of how grotesque it was. Those slug things in the water that eat all that guy's limbs. That was disgusting. And I actually saw this movie in the theater when in 2005. So I don't know how old I was, but I was young, and I don't think my parents, when they took me, they really thought it's gonna be a disgusting movie like that. So they were really taken by surprise, as well as me. Um, but the acting, it was really good. The special effects were really good. I think this actually won an Academy Award or an Oscar for special effects. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it did. Actually, I think it says so on the back. I don't know, it's just Peter Jackson won an Academy Award. But the plot, it's King Kong, Beauty and the Beast, same old stuff. But yeah, this is definitely a good remake. It's a good remake. It's it's not like some remakes where they're just absolute crap, like Friday the 13th. But we're not talking about Friday the 13th, we're talking about King Kong, because King Kong's awesome. All the fight scenes with Kong and the T-Rex were good. I have to make a mention on the scene right before King Kong fights the T-Rex, when Anne Darrow is in the little whatchamacallit, she's in the log. I always remember that scene. Because if you don't know, I hate centipedes. They're disgusting. Don't know why. It's just, some people hate spiders, some people hate cockroaches. I hate centipedes. So that scene was a little traumatic for me. And another thing I noticed when I watched it last night was the fact that it seemed like right before Kong fell off the Empire State Building, he sat there and stared at Anne for like 20 minutes. I know it wasn't that long. It just felt like they stared for too much time. And so there, you know. So this movie overall was really good. I'm trying not to give too much away from the plot. I don't really know why I should, because it's King Kong. Everybody knows what it is. I really like, my favorite character was probably the French guy. There's my cat licking its crotch. Just cover that up. Censored. But my favorite character was the French guy, Captain something, something, Manglehorn or something. I also liked the black guy. What was his name? Um, I forgot, but he was really good. Jimmy, he was one of my favorite characters. I really liked the whole crew on the boat. They were awesome. And those natives, oh god, they were scary as hell. The way they're all like creepy, and the way the island is, I think it really, this movie was a really good remake. So there's really not much to say. I mean, it's King Kong. Everybody knows what the story is, and I've gone over, my favorite scenes. The spider pit, the T-Rex, the rampage through the New York City. That was another really good scene. What else? The scene. I feel like I've said scene a lot this review, but this is my first review, so it might be a little horrible. Maybe I'll redo it sometime in the future, but we're just, overall, I'll give this movie 4 stars out of 5. I thought it was really good. I saw it in the theater. And when you see movies in the theater, they kind of stick with you. Like, I saw War of the Worlds, the remake by Tom Cruise, and that movie scared me shitless for like a year. So, and I still remember that movie. I still remember being scared in that theater. So, said 4 stars out of 5. This is one of the better remakes. It's definitely better than the 70s version, which I actually haven't seen, but from what I've heard, it's horrible, and I've seen some trailers of it, some clips of it, and it looks like total ass. But this one was good. The original obviously is better because, stop motion kicks ass. The CG's really good in this movie though. So I recommend it if you haven't seen it, but I'm sure most of you that would want to see this have seen it. So there you go. 4 stars out of 5. This is my review of King Kong, the 8th wonder of the worlds.